Celebrity predictions. We're going to be talking about Brittany in just a minute. Be right back. Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. In this video, we're going to do 2025 celebrity predictions. We're talking about Brittany. There was some stuff in the news recently at the beginning of the month that she said she was going to move to Mexico because the paparazzi has been incredibly cruel to her. Totally agree on that. I was out in LA when all the crazy stuff was going on with Brittany. I was back here still paying attention when the really crazy stuff was going on with her. So, I feel for this girl. I think she's pretty cool. I'm actually writing a fiction piece about a pop star that agrees to get cloned. It's loosely based on our girl here. So I don't think she's been cloned, but I do think it's an interesting topic to explore, and I'm doing it in this amazing fiction piece that I'm working on. So, Brittany has a boyfriend. I'm not even going to mention his name because I just don't think it's going to go the distance. He's got like 27 kids someplace else. It just seems like she's looking for a tough guy who's going to stick up for her. Did she move to Mexico? And what is her 2025 going to be like? Let's take a look at that. But for a minute, consider becoming a member of this channel. My members all get an opportunity to win a 1 hour or a half-hour reading every month, depending on what level you come in at. But I got a bunch of subscribers over the last few days, probably because of the drone coverage. I hope they're not, wearing sunglasses and they drive sedans, those kinds of people. But consider becoming a member. You can also get your own magical reading at the link down below. I'm still running a sale through the 16th, so you've got a few more days to book that reading. After that, who knows what I'm going to be doing. Let's pull up the card view. Hope you guys are having a great day. So let's go. So I heard a few days ago, Brittany moved to Mexico, did some research. It's being refuted. She did not move to Mexico. She's just having a good time down there. So let's see. Is Brittany moving to Mexico? Is she going to change her residence from U.S. to Mexico? Who wouldn't want to live down in Mexico? It's gorgeous weather. A little wild sometimes. The Tower. Something is happening to her in the future. Two of Wands, Fool. It's probably a little bit of a wild breakup. I'm just going to say that I know she had a wild circumstance with this individual in a hotel. I think it was a Beverly Hills hotel. Three of Cups. We're having a good time. She's just there on vacation, guys. Like, she's going down to Mexico just to vacation, just to decompress, have some fun in the sun. I mean, she lives in California, so what's the difference? Mexico, California, it's all good. I'm using the Pulp Tarot. This is linked in the description down below. So what do we got going on with her? Tower card. This is something that's happening to her. So yes, if this is paparazzi and being pursued by individuals like in the industry or on the street, just as she's walking around, that's what we're looking at here. So the star. Now, the star is about hope and going into the future. It can also be going far away. So she went a little bit further away. I do think that this is potentially a brewing breakup right here. So I don't know if this boyfriend is with her right now. Let's check it out. Is boyfriend with her? Six of Swords. She's having a little bit of trouble detaching from him. This is a Six of Swords in reverse. Six of Swords for us is restoration, recovery, getting away from something that is troubling you, healing, getting better from a sickness, those kinds of things. So the Three of Cups is upright. I like seeing that because that means that she's kind of decompressing and having a good time. Hopefully not going a little too far. Down here, it is a replenishment. So this trip to Mexico, which I do think she's a fan of Mexico, this trip to Mexico is to replenish her reserve. So good for her. I think she's getting her head in a really, really good space. She definitely is 0 Fs right now. So good for her. Let's see what her 2025 is going to be like. Let's take a look. We're going to look at quarters, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. My corporate is showing. Let's see how she is going to do. You guys can hear my voice is going. I caught a little bit of a cold earlier on this week. It's like a little sinusy thing with a little sore throat over here. But I'm not going to drone on about it. So let's see what Q1 is like for Brittany. Q1. Oh, there we go. She's going to have a little bit of trouble breaking up with this guy. Same cards, guys. You saw me shuffle them. They're all the same. They're all the same cards that were in that last spread. Look, even this Knight of Pentacles here. So her mind's on her money and her money's on her mind. She's trying to figure out how she can go back to work without having her resources sapped like they were for her entire career when she was being directed by all kinds of people. We know that Lou character, that Lou Gal, what a great name. We know that Lou Gal had created some different things. She doesn't want to work for anybody. So I'm going to divert just for a second. When Prince had that symbol as his name, and I tell people this all the time, that was actually a way for him to circumvent his contract with his recording contract. If he couldn't record under the name of Prince, so he created that character, and it actually helped him circumvent it. So good on you, Prince. Brittany is trying to do the same thing. She's trying to figure out how to circumvent not a contract, but certain individuals in the industry. She wants to do something a little bit differently. I wouldn't be surprised if she's exploring ways that she can produce and execute music independently. So good for her. That's what's going to be on her mind for the first Q1. I don't think she'll be successful finding an avenue for this. It is a bit of a radical idea. It's a bit of the Marilyn Monroe vibe, where Marilyn Monroe was creating her own production studio. So we're getting a little bit of that. Now, I don't think Brittany wants to have like her own label or her own recording studio or anything like that. I don't think she wants to go into commercial production, but she does want to circumvent the nasty business of the music business. So I think she really is trying very hard to do what she do without anybody interfering with it. So let's see what Q2 is going to be like. Q2. For those of you that didn't have the delight of living in corporate, Q2 is April, May, June, going into summer. 8 of Pentacles. We're getting back to work. We are steaming directly ahead. No care about judgment. She is not going to care about anybody. 9 of Cups. Okay, we got a little bit of a problem here. So, and Page of Swords. Our gal here is a bit of a workhorse. And this is something that's been trained into her from all of the influences of parents and management and whatnot. So she's a bit of a workhorse. So when she goes into a project, she puts her whole self in 1,000%, Brittany. The caution here is that it's going to feel like the way it felt before. So she's got to be careful. Real quick, I usually do this at the end. What can Brittany do to protect herself from this? Queen of Pentacles. She has to understand she's in charge of her money and that she doesn't have to be worried about the judgment of others, specifically the judgment of her family and those people that she's been contracted with before. So if management, if any of those nasty, nasty people start coming back in her life, she's got to say, no, I'm in charge of this money. I'm going to do it. One of the things in the celebrity inspired fiction that I'm writing is that the character in my story is trying to get a rest. Part of the agreement for her to go through this process. And I'm a huge Ray Bradbury fan, so that's why it's kind of like that. And I will probably post this up in Learn World. So I may have like a fiction access if you guys want to go read my fiction. I think I'll have like a little library on there. It'll just be a database of writing. Maybe I'll do the voiceovers later. But you know, getting a rest was something that the character in this book, and again, I'm tapping into a lot of Brittany's energy when I'm writing this story. She's slipping into a mode of money making and creative production that may deplete her. So girl, I'm going to warn you, you're in charge of the money. Don't let anybody push you, and don't let any of the ghosts of your past push you too hard into working yourself into a stump. So we've all done that. We've all worked ourselves into a stump. I was tired after last week, and I'm still tired, baby. So let's see what Q3 is going to be like. Now we're in the thick of the summer, July, August, September, transitional part of the year. What is that going to be like for her? 9 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. People are going there. That 9 of Cups turned right side up. We like that. There's the 8 of Cups working weird, Justice card behind. People are going to see that she can do it without all of the motivation from the drivers behind her of the past. So the people that are going, Brittany, get up, Brittany, go practice, Brittany, go rehearse, Brittany, don't eat that, Brittany, no Cheetos. All of those people are going to fall away, and they're going to see that she's actually pretty capable of doing this on her own. We're not going to see a recurrence. If she follows this path, we're not going to see the recurrence of the Britney bad years, because we did have a few bad years. I like Britney Spears. I think she's actually very, very cute, very, very sweet. And I think that there was a very contrived process of them putting her out as a product. Those of you that have followed me for some time, you know that I have always talked about Britney Spears as Brittany the person and Brittany the machine that made money for everybody in her family and everybody around her. So there's a huge difference between those two people. And I think Brittany the person is probably very, very sweet and awesome, and would love to have a little chit chat with her, have a cup of coffee, a little Starbucks with her. So I do think she has to maintain this balance. One of the things she's going to have to do is let specific paparazzi into her life. She's going to have to lay down her sword and let specific paparazzi come in and actually see Brittany the person versus Brittany the machine. It's going to be really cool. This is a great PR point on her. It's going to have to be crafted and very carefully done. She has a history of sometimes letting saviors in that don't do her really well. Sam Asghari. I'm just saying that. And we also saw there was that other dude who kind of came in and kind of ruffled things up. So hopefully she's going to be able to find some really cool paparazzi that will come in and be like kind of her People magazine as it is for Harry and Meghan. So neat stuff, but we've got joy bubbling beneath. So that's good stuff over the summer. I hope she has a great time. I think she's going to be ping-ponging back and forth between Mexico and America over the summer. I think we're going to see a lot of that. Let's see how she wraps up 2025. How are we going to wrap up 2025? And again, don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Go get it. Share this video. Everybody loves Brittany. Everybody loves Brittany, except for me dropping my cards everywhere. All right. And let's see. Wrap up. Last quarter of the year. We're talking October, November, December. 3 of Swords. Not a good one. What is going on here? 3 of Cups, Star in reverse, Tower upside down. I think maybe we have a little bit of tightening up that needs to be done. Definitely with that 6 of Pentacles. So what do we have here? I think we've got a little bit of heartbreak, and this is where we see some breakup here. I think we see some damage control. Let's bring this 6 of Pentacles down so you can see it a little bit better. Actually, let's see if we can go up. Where do these stairs go? They go up. Name that movie. So This spirit of generosity is not altruistic here. This is her trying to calm down a situation. So if we see a breakup, professional, personal, I'm kind of getting that it's professional. She's going to part ways with someone because she just doesn't see that that vision is aligning. Still could be relationship. We've got this 3 of Cups here. You know, we're not going to be building a life together. It's too dreamy, too otherworldly, not really founded in reality. So but this is something that she's done herself. She's got to start looking for quality men. Brittany, you got to start looking for quality men. The quality men that come up to you, even if they're corny and hokey and dorky, give them a shot, because you really need somebody who's going to take care of you and protect you the way that you deserve. I still say that that Jason Alexander that she was married to for a hot minute was a good choice. I think he was, a down to earth guy. I think he would have, blended into her life. So let's do a real quick what if. What if she did stick with that Jason Alexander? That was the 72-hour marriage I think she had, or was that Kim Kardashian? What if she had stayed with him? Past, present, future. She would have been very happy with him. He would have slowed her life down. He would have given her the normal life that she needed. That would have been a life where she could have stayed home and been a mama. He would have supported her. She wouldn't have been running all over the place, touring the world with babies. That would have been a life well lived with Jason Alexander. We would have seen that for sure. But we can't go back in time. We can't be too miserable about that. What can she do to live her best life? Let's see what she can do to live her best life. You guys like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And I say it every time I separate those cards. What can she do? So Empress, focus on those kids. The kids really giving birth to 2 children, giving birth to a new phase of Brittany. Doing the things to create new is going to serve her very, very well. It's going to scratch that creative itch. It's going to make her feel good. Surrounding herself with those boys. I think one of them's in college. I don't know if both of them are in college, but I think they have already gone off to college, if not like senior year or something like that. Queen of Pentacles, stop worrying about money. You got plenty. Let your accountants, let your money managers deal with that. Don't worry about bringing any more in. Just worry about tempering the spending that you have. Make sure that you're not giving out money to ridiculous things. Make sure this is like a Doge moment, like have Elon Musk and Vivek come in and check out the efficiency. 3 of Cups, gratitude for what you have, gratitude for the opportunities that you've had, gratitude for the things that you've seen around the world, gratitude for those 2 beautiful baby boys that are big and beautiful and wonderful, gratitude to the men who gave you those 2, the one man that gave you those beautiful boys. Gratitude. No regrets here. No regrets. What else? Ace of Wands. We live many, many lives within one lifetime. Live each life to its fullest. So we become many different people through our lives. Just think about it, all of you out there that are watching this. Like, you were very different at 17 than you are now at whatever age you are. You're very different at 25 than you are at the age that you are now. Live those many, many lives. Don't try and backtrack. Don't try and relive. Don't try reigniting the things that you were doing, the person that you were. Just be the new incarnation that you are. You're gonna like it. And final word for her: justice. Justice sometimes is not served. Sometimes the people that have wronged us, the people that treated us poorly or delivered us a bad experience or a bad a bad circumstance. Sometimes the people that do those things, they don't serve their time. They have to wait until the next lifetime, or maybe some lifetimes away, before that karma levels out. So Don't worry about justice. Don't worry about revenge. Don't worry about people getting theirs. Enjoy what you have right now, Brittany. So that's what I have to say about her. I think she's going to have a good 2025, but I think at the end of the year, it's going to get a little woggly, as my son used to say when he was a baby. In order to soften that series of events, she has to really live in grace, live in that moment, appreciate everything that she has. I think she's going to be just fine. I'm not really worried about her yet. We'll keep an eye on her as the year goes on. So if you'd like your own magical reading, you can book one down below in the description of this video. I have a sale going on right now. I still have the fall sale up. So if you guys want to go for that hour-and-a-half reading, that is still bookable. I have past life regressions. I have all kinds of goodies on there. So you can go to my scheduling page. You can go check out what I do for my private clients. I'd love to see more of you. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You guys are great. I will see you in the future.